How you doing? A little bit different angle so you can kind of see more of the background. Some of you guys are following me on Twitter, and Jen, she tries to put stuff on. She goes into my Twitter every now and again and stuff, and tries to put encouraging stuff. And you see stuff going on all throughout the day. A lot of it's her, some of it's me. A lot of the really helpful stuff. Either she sends me stuff or she posts it. Usually she posts it, but you know, we're like a team. she's my Twitter secretary, and she knows a lot of you guys both on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook and stuff. It seems like everybody's just going through a hard time, and she put something up there about people going through hard times, and it helps you see who your true friends are. And you know, that is so true. Unfortunately, when hard times come, people start to peel away. When Jen started having some health issues, first I thought she had MS. She was presenting all the signs. She had fallen and all kinds of stuff. She actually has a condition that I've mentioned before that some of you guys go, I know what that is. Either you have it or you might know somebody who has it. It's called Arnold-Chiari malformation. And sometimes people get diagnosed pretty quick because doctors are a little bit more aware of what to look for. And sometimes they can catch it before any real damage has taken place. We went to a bunch of doctors because she just thought she'd always had problems with her coordination and stuff as a girl, and she just didn't really feel really that good. She felt kind of off a little bit, and she had fallen. I noticed it looked like she was kind of dragging her foot, but she didn't look like she had a stroke, so we didn't know what was going on. So went to a few doctors, went to neurologists and stuff, and over going to this doctor, that doctor, other doctors. If you've ever been ill with something more than the flu, you know the doctor shuffle. So we were getting the doctor shuffle, and finally saw a guy. He knew it was MS, knew what to do, and everything. So he says, let me just do an MRI to confirm my findings. Something along those lines. I'm not exactly quoting him. So had the MRI done, made the appointment to get the results of the MRI, and when we went to go visit him, he was all happy. He goes, I got great news. I go, oh, what's that? It's not MS. Oh, okay. Well, what is it? Well, it's not MS. Well, what is it? Oh, it's this really rare condition called Arnold-Chiari malformation type 1. And, you know, it shouldn't cause any problems. Just kind of keep an eye on things and stuff. Like, wow, that seems kind of weird, because when it was MS, they were, like, trying to expedite her case to, like, the front of the line. It's like, okay. So, first thing I did is I went to the local library, searched through all the reference books and everything I could to find out about this Arnold-Chiari malformation and what it is and what it can do and stuff, and then started reading online. Found a couple different support groups and was reading about people and stuff. There's a guy on there who's I don't remember exactly how big they call it a tonsilation. I don't remember how big it was. I want to say 21 or 22. This guy named Chip, and he has now since passed away. But he documented all his stuff, and that was extremely helpful to us as we were going on with this, learning about Arnold-Chiari. And Jen's was 21 millimeters. And basically what happened was, part of her brain, as she was being formed, her skull wasn't big enough to contain her brain, so it kind of squished some of it through the opening in the back of your head that goes on top of your spinal cord, called your foramen magnum. And basically she had a piece of brain that was a little bit longer than 3/4 of an inch that was pressing on her brainstem, causing inflammation and causing other problems. She was starting to have a bit of trouble breathing at times. She noticed problems with swallowing. Some days her speech was kind of slurred, and there was just all these things that were going on. And the more and more that we dug into it, it seemed like they gave, if you left it untreated, you were looking at maybe about 2, maybe 3 years after diagnosis. The chip guy, I want to say he had his surgery, and I may be wrong about this. I'll have to double check my facts on this, but I think he might have lived maybe 5 years after his surgery. His surgery went very smoothly, very successful. He went back to doing a lot of normal things that he'd been doing before, but just complications from everything just ended up taking his life. It's been 15 years since Jen's had the surgery. She has a lot of other issues that are related to that, circulatory things, musculoskeletal things. Just every time we go to the doctor, there's a list of stuff that he still just goes, what, and you have this and you have that, and a lot of it, you just see him as he's reading through the list, it's like it's outside of his scope. And almost every doctor that we see, it is outside of their scope of doing stuff. And we've been trying to educate the doctors as best as we can with everything that's going on. Unfortunately, a lot of damage has been done. A lot of her short-term memory's gone, and memory issues are amazing. And when I say that, her long-term memory is like really intact. She can tell you people's birthdays, people's anniversaries, what they were wearing the first time we met them. And she remembers all these things, what they like and stuff. And it's like, how do you remember all this? And she goes, I just do. It's just a natural thing. But when she's having a really bad day, she'll ask me, what I had for dinner. And then 5-10 minutes later, she'll ask me again. And then she'll ask me again. And then ask me again. And then she starts crying because she gets upset because she can't remember. And it's hard, And lately, it's been hard for her to really do anything, even just kind of get out of bed. We've got a mobility scooter that she uses in the house when we go out, which lately has only been to the doctor's once a month, because she's just not even really filling up to doing that. But she'll be able to reach to her mobility scooter, put one foot on the floor, kind of pivot with that, and then sit down on the mobility scooter. And she's been like this for about 2 years now. And the last 6 months, she's been getting progressively worse. And right now, she's having a lot of trouble just kind of sitting up in bed without assistance. I've had to take time off work to go help her. My boss has been really great and understanding, and I'm grateful that he allows me to go and check on her, and go home, check on her. Sometimes I have to help her into the bathroom, just kind of hold her up, and we've got grab rails and stuff everywhere. But yeah, just wanted to kind of not try to bring anybody down, but just kind of want to let everybody know what's going on in Wombat Land. I enjoy making the funny videos. I enjoy making you guys laugh. But when I make the videos and stuff, it's just kind of to in a way decompress from everything that's going on. It also gives Jen something to laugh about. So if we posted anything online that scared anybody, thinking that something with our relationship was bad or whatever, sorry if we scared you. We put that on there to be encouraging to others, to let you know that those people who stand by you are your friends. People who claim to be your friends and then peel away, they're more acquaintances. We've had a lot of acquaintances through this journey. People that we felt like we were really tight with, that just kind of peeled away. You know, people that we spent a lot of time with, and it's hard. And then another thing too is people used to invite us to go places and to do stuff, even just to kind of come over. And, you know, about, I don't know, 6 years ago, maybe longer than that, the invitations kind of stopped. It's just like, I guess I got tired of asking because we kept saying we couldn't, but, you know, it is what it is. That's life. So we take it one step at a time. I was sharing with somebody earlier today that prior to her having her brain surgery, that we renewed our vows. We had things set up with the church that we were attending at the time, and, you know, it was awesome. We'd been married 17 years at that point, and I was grateful for the 17 years. I was thankful. I was really wanting to have a lot more years than just the 17, but I was, in the back of my mind, I was knowing that there's always complications from things. This could have been the last day she had on earth, was, you know, the surgery, no matter what the doctors have done. People have gone in for like appendectomies and other minor stuff and haven't come out. This was like a major surgery. I mean, they actually removed about a 3/4 inch long section of her brain in the back of her neck. They put a hole in the back of her head about the size of a 50-cent piece, and they notched the first and second vertebrae to make room for everything. And then usually they just draw some fluid out of your cerebellum, the bit of cerebellum that's hanging down there, to shrink it. They actually removed that area. And they also cut her up here to actually take some of the lining on top of her that goes between your brain and your skull, the dura. And they actually made like a little cradle to patch where they made the hole in the back, to kind of help keep things from going back down and causing the same problem again. So, you know, that's just, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV. I'm just trying to explain kind of the situation we're in and kind of what's going on. As far as our relationship, I love her more and more each day. She loves me. Our son's there, helps out. He's awesome. It's just, it's nice having someone to help out. I know sometimes people go through stuff, they don't have anybody, and I feel sorry for you guys. But anyways, I'm going to have some new videos coming up that'll be, you know, just me acting up, acting crazy like I do. Just wanted to throw a serious one up here, let you guys kind of know what's going on. And I know I've been kind of rambling and back and forth. If you have any questions about this whole thing, I'll try to answer as best I can. Send me an email, a comment in the comment section, Twitter at Dave the Wombat. Yeah, that's about it. I'm in the drive-thru, which I shouldn't be. I should not be in the drive-thru, but the guys at work saying, "Hey, who's going out to lunch?" And I said, I can go, because that gives me time to do the car vlogs. So anyways, I'm getting ready to order my food and the food for everybody else. See, I got my list right here at Wendy's. So with all that said, I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks to you guys who don't subscribe and keep lurking. I know that people are watching who can't make that commitment, who can't cross that line to push that red button, let alone thumb up or thumb down this video. But those of you who do, I appreciate you so much more than the ones who don't. But I appreciate all of you, okay? Remember, have a great day. Don't take anything for granted, because you never know what day is going to be your last, and you never know what day is going to be your loved one's last day either. So with all that said, and I said a lot of stuff, I know. I forgot my water and I'm starting to go, blah. Tongue's wide, I'm so dehydrated. I'm in the desert. All right, anyways, have a great day. Thanks again. Bye-bye.